Alright everybody, and welcome to the sorry, let me start again. The Rojos Diablos pregame show, starting time at 7 p.m. tonight. Yeah, it's an early one. If you're just joining us, taking on the Denver Whitecaps tonight. Should be a good game. Let's talk more about last night's game. Well, it was a thriller, and nothing is working. That's great. Alright, so everything is backwards, so bear with me. Okay, so last night it was a complete game or not last night, it was Thursday night. It was a complete game shutout in Canberra. The Rojos took down the Cavalry 4-0 final in 9. Zuzo with the win, home slice with the loss. Zuzo goes 9 straight innings, 9 complete innings in fact, giving up only 2 hits. That was in the bottom of, I believe, the 7th or 6th. I'm not too sure. When Astro jinxed the no-hitter. That was very unfortunate. But Zuzo was working really strong. He gave the perfect game off of a 2-out walk. That was really unfortunate. But final line for Zuzo on the night on Thursday was 9 innings, 2 hits, no runs given up, 14 strikeouts. It remains perfect with a 0 ERA. And on the loss, it was home slice, who went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 11 hits. He did give up 4 runs, but only 3 of them were earned because the bad fielding from Canberra did not help them at all. He did strike out 8 and has an ERA of 2. That is his first loss of the season. He goes to 0-1 on the season. Some of the scoring plays, it was Aiden in the top of the first who doubled, which scored Dami and Calx in the top of the first. And then in the top of the second, Jamal bunted, which brought Bryce home after Bryce hit the leadoff triple. Aiden in the top of the third with the RBI single, which scored Zuzo, making it 4-0 Canberra. And then in the top of the ninth, Aiden crushed a solo home run, which made it 5-0. As you can see, that score is wrong up there. Some notable offensive performances for the Diablos. It was Aiden who went 4 for 4 in the night, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, with 1 double and 1 run scored, a triple short of the cycle. Calx going 3 for 5 with 3 singles and a run scored. Bryce going 2 for 4 with a triple, a double, and 1 run scored. Our player of the game was obviously Zuzel, going 9 innings, giving up 10 hits, no runs, striking out 4, walking 1. He did receive the win. He did have an ERA of 0, and now has a record of 1-0. Well, let's talk about tonight's starters here on SESN. For the Denver Whitecaps, it will be YumSukz. In 4 games, he has a record of 1-2 with the ERA of 1.80 and has 20 strikeouts to 1 walk. And for the Rojos, it'll be Calx. That's the wrong photo of Calx. That's homecoming from the Cavalry. I forgot to update the photo. Sorry, Calx. But he has a record of 0-1. He got blown up in Miami on opening day. Calx has an ERA of 5.63, looking to bring that down tonight. Was not a good start in Miami. I mean, they were just clobbering him. But Calx looking for the bounce back tonight. His 9 strikeouts to 1 walk. Well, let's look at the upcoming schedule for the Rojos. They will go on a 2-game road stand after this, taking on the Heat in Honolulu and the Jailbirds in San Francisco. And then they will come back home for a 2-night homestand against the Surge and the Bengals. As for the Whitecaps, they will split a series on the road. They will come back home to face the Nashville Blues. That will be on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, they will take on the Rebels in Atlanta. And then finally come back home for a 2-game homestand against the Ravens and the Tusk. Well, that wraps up the pregame show tonight. Let's talk about some of the things that the PMs have personally told me. First, it was Calx, or not PMs, but just the people themselves. The assistant manager for the Diablos Rojos, it was Calx, who I forgot to make another slide for Calx's corner, but he basically told me that, hey, look, this team is starting to click. I mean, of course, it's only round 4. It's very early. Plenty of things can happen, yada, yada, yada. But the truth is that a lot of these players have bonded with each other a lot. And they're starting to create these bonds outside of the game itself. And when you play together, you play as a team, you just amplify everybody's talent and you just play more cohesively. He said, for a team to really function as one, you got to know the guys that you're standing beside. That was really well said by Calx. He said, tonight's matchup, we previously beat this team 3-2 in spring training, and we're looking to repeat that tonight with Calx on the mound. Well, we're just about ready to get underway here. Teams are not correct. So as we wait for that, let's look at what PM Novatics for the Denver Whitecaps said. He said the attendance is very bipolar, so that's not very good. But they're looking for a bounce back. They did drop Thursday's game 5-1 in Chicago against the Breeze, who I thought they were gonna get some games turned over because of everything that happened with all the cheaters and stuff. But no games have been overturned yet. They did lose 5-1. Oh, that was at home. That was in Denver. Excuse me. That was Freights with the complete game. And then let's see. They did lose. They got shut out at home against the Bengals. Bobby Romeo with the 81 pitch Maddox. How about that? So they haven't won a game since opening day. They're 1-2 sitting on the season, looking for a bounce back win right here. As we're waiting for everyone to slowly make their way into the ballpark, now will be a great time to ask any questions that you would like to ask. And if you're liking this content, please follow. It helps us reach more people. We would really appreciate if you could take 3 seconds of your time to follow right now. You can stay with us. We plan on playing we will be streaming the Ravens game tomorrow, of course. That will be all fine and dandy. Well, as we're waiting for first pitch to get underway, teams are being chosen right now. Yes, this is HCBB 9v9 Wyatt. Why is it called Seattle? Because that's the name of our company. Is there a way we can watch the game? Yes, you can watch the game. We are an inexperienced League Server 1. So we're back home. First row host game that we have called as row host as the home team. So this should be a fun win. Or not a fun win, a fun game, excuse me. I don't want to call it early. Yeah, as we're waiting for first pitch to be set, we'll be right underway very shortly. Should be a great game tonight. Yep, so they're just teaming everybody, and then after that we will be on our merry way. Again, first pitch brought to you by our friends at Hardware Haven. Your place for all your hardware needs. And as the row host will take the field tonight. As I forgot to set my scorecard, so I will do that right now. Again, we expect Calx to be on the mound tonight because he was a scheduled starter. He is also the ace for the row host, and even though he has not shown it in his playing, he looks to show it tonight. As leading off will be Ecstatic Novatic, one of the best graphic designers in the league. Also pretty good at the plate, but they will most likely be playing more games because of their limit in main league. Again, he is registered for 16 to 24 games, only allowing to play. What are the team records? Oh, well, for the row host, they are 2-1. They're on a 2-game winning streak, and for the Whitecaps, they are 1-2, and they're on a 2-game losing streak. Bauer starting on the mound. It'll be Calx starting on the mound. Animations. Calx is using Blake Snell. So that should be a fun game right here. So to get ready underway, first pitch taking a strike, and we are underway. Welcome everybody to Row Host Baseball, where Gann is alongside me, myself, and I. Nobody else here in the booth with me tonight. 0-1 here on Nevada, as the 0-1 pitch on the way is taken inside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Folks, if you're liking what you're seeing, please consider liking, maybe even gifting. That would be absolutely amazing. This is IPU Baseball on HCBB. This is the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, so the count goes to 1-2 here on Novatic. Novatic plays for the Baltimore Ospreys in the main league. as Calx comes back with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, pulled a foul out of play. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes as we do it again. So Calx will get the sign from Sushi, who's back tonight, as the 1-2 pitch on the way is outside. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Nevadic. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. As here comes the 2-2 on the way. Swinging a line drive into left and center field, down for a base hit. It was over the leaping grasp from the shortstop Bryce. The throw will come into second base. Nevadic on board with the leadoff single. So 1 aboard, and that will bring up the scheduled starter for tonight. It'll be YumSukz, batting .400 on the season. First pitch on the way is swung on and missed, 0-1. Calx looking to turn this threat away. Early offense here from the Whitecaps. Calx looking to turn maybe 2 right here as the 0-1 pitch on the way. Here she comes. It's outside. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. How do you become the umpire? I have perms in the group. Can we watch the baseball game on Roblox as fans? Yes, you can. League Server 1 is the 1-1 pitch. Is swung and lifted into deep left field. This one is going. It is gone. A 2-run blast from YumSukz. And boy, have the Whitecaps started early. They have lost their last 2 games, but they're looking to win 1 right here and not make it 3. A 2-run monster blast from YumSukz. It's quickly 2-0 Denver. Well, how about that? It's quickly 2-0. And boy, oh boy, they are getting off to a hot start right here. So two runners cross, and yet nobody out here. We are in the top of the first. HCBB 9v9. And again, if you're liking what you're seeing, please make sure to like, subscribe, give us a follow. As Calx's first pitch on the way is taking a strike, 0-1. Well, the Royals already find themselves down in a hole, down 0-2 in the top of the first, and they're looking to, answer back right here. I mean, in the bottom of the first, of course. Calx, despite being starter number 1, has really struggled as the 0-1 pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike. So now quickly, no balls and 2 strikes here on Matty Ice, looking for the K right here. And now Calx comes set, and again, the 0-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, spoiled foul. So the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes still, with nobody out. And now again, the 0-2 pitch on the way, strike 3 called, freeze him. Curve on the inside edge, and he got him looking. 1 away, and that'll bring up It's Fearless, getting some BP before the game. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Fearless, batting .240 in the season with 1 RBI and no home runs. OPS of 600. First pitch on the way is swung through and missed, 0-1. Okay, guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, please consider following. Please consider giving a like. That helps us push this out to the algorithm. 1-1 pitch is swung in line right to the second baseman, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, and that'll bring up King Share 10. So Fearless hit that on a rope, but it was right to the second baseman. So L4 in your scorecard. Here comes the first pitch on the way to Share. Swinging there's a fly ball into shallow center field. It drops in, a base hit. So a 2-out single here for King Share, and there's 1 aboard with 2 away. So 1 on, 2 in, and 2 away. That'll bring up Commander Historian, batting .250 on the season. Takes a ball down low. And now the stretch, the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 2 runs in on a big 2-run shot from the starting pitcher YumSukz. Now, Calx him back with the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Commander. And now Calx looks in, gets the sign, the stretch, the 1-2 pitch, check swing, it's up high. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 runners in and 3 base hits to start off the top of the first. Calx looking to retire the side right here. Share getting a lead off of first. Now the 2-2 pitch. It's down low, full count. So the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runs in on 3 hits with Share at first and 2 away. Calx looking to get out the inning right here. Now the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So 2 runs coming on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on. We get to the bottom of the first. The Whitecaps lead 2. The Rojos coming up. What? No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not. Not on my end. So, hi, Volpucks. How you doing? So, leading off will be Dami, and again, it sucks taking the mound. First pitch on the waist, taking a strike. Nothing in 1. Please don't leak my name on air. If you leak my name on air, I'm banning you. I decimated this YumSukz guy in a 1v1. Oh, that's nice, as the 0-1 pitch is down low, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Dami, the playing manager, starts at first base tonight. As the 1-1 pitch is up high, so the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Denver off to a quick 2-0 lead after a 2-run shot from YumSukz as the 2-1 pitch is lined right to the shortstop, who takes it on a hop, fires to first in time for the first out of the inning. So 1 down, and that'll bring up the starter from Thursday night, Zuzul. Zuzul batting .450 on the season, went 1 for 5 on Thursday. So 6-3 in your scorecard. First pitch on the way is in the dirt, ball 1. So the count is 1-0. And now here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit down the left field line. The left fielder giving chase is there, looks up and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So a hard hit ball, but the park held it. So 2-way, and that'll bring up the catcher, I Hate Sushi, the other half of the battery. And now the stretch, the first pitch on the way, it's inside for ball 1. So 1-0 to start off Sushi. And now here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed up high. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike with 2-way here in the bottom of the first. Rojos trail 2-0 to the Whitecaps after a 2-run blast from YumSukz put them on the board. YumSukz steps off the mound, and now looks like we will have some fielding changes out there. Well, fielders are now set. Sushi steps back in the plate. Into the box at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Sucks looking to turn a 1-2-3 inning. The stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball, and now it's 1-2 here on Sushi. Even though her name is I Hate Sushi, she does not actually hate sushi. So, Sucks gets the sign, the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. It's inside. A good eye by Sushi. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now Sushi looks in once more. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul out of play. Down the first base line. So the count will stay where it's at. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. As Cap would say, deuce is wild. And now again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider in the dirt, got him swinging, and that'll retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Rojos in the bottom of the first. We get to the top of the second, where the Whitecaps lead 2-0 over the Diablos Rojos. So Calx comes out to work a second inning of work. First pitch on the way is swung on and missed, 0-1. One is swung on and missed again. So now quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to vote for. And again, the 0-2 pitch on the way from Calx. Swinging a shot off the mound. It bounces into center field, a base hit. Wow, a wacky bounce off the mound and quickly one on. That'll bring up Sponge Bunga, batting 154 in the season. So infield base hit. I don't even know if you call that an infield base hit. Throw down to first, not in time. That was wonky. And that took a wacky ricochet off of the mound. As the 1-0 is popped up, out comes Sushi, out comes everybody to... No, they won't make the catch. Instead, they were going to double him up right here. Look, Bryce has the ball. No, he slides. He is safe. Oh, man. He just clipped Bryce right there. So that will be a 2-3 putout, looks like. 2-3-6. They did not get the double play. And on that, Vo4 will get on to second base. As Junior takes it up high for ball 1. So 2-3-6, fielder's choice. Again, they went to second first. Or they went to first base first. They should have gone to second first. In fact, the 1-0 pitch on the way swung on and missed. So the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 on and 1 away. So some wonky plays already. But then again, this is the IPU. So welcome everybody. You should expect a lot of stuff like that, as that is fouled. In foul territory as a third baseman comes up with it with 2-way. First on the way is swung and fouled into foul territory. Sushi coming up cannot make the catch. So 1 on 2 away as the 0-1 pitch is swung through and missed. So the count quickly 0-2. Nevada, this will be his second at bat, and after that he will have to sit on the bench for the rest of the night. Remember, they can only be in the 1 spot or the 9 spot. Vo4 takes the lead off the base. The 0-2 pitch is swung and popped up. Right there is the second baseman to make the catch and retire the side. So, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and none left on, and 1 left on. We get to the bottom of the second. The Whitecaps still lead 2-0. So here comes the starting pitcher for tonight, Calx. Got hit hard early. Worked a nice second inning as he takes ball one inside. Something's going on over there on third base side. Not sure what it is. Now the stretch and the 1-0 pitch on the way swung on and missed. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Calx. Yum worked a very quick and efficient first inning. As the 1-1 pitch, here she comes. It's inside, ball 2. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. 6-3 fielder ground out to Dami. Zuzo flew out to left, and Sushi struck out the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right to the shortstop. This should be an out. He sets his feet, fires to first in time to make the play. So one away, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Aiden. Aiden batting .500 through 4 games. So 6-3 ground out in your scorecard, if you're keeping the score along with us at home. Aiden went 4 for 4 on Thursday night as he takes ball 1 in the dirt. Now here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit into shallow infield, and no, it gets past everybody. Well, I don't know what you call that. You can call that E5, E6, and E everyone. Wow. Yep, error charge to Denver. So 1 on thanks to an error. That'll bring up the left fielder user. As he takes strike 1, 0-1. So I'm not sure who they're accrediting that error to. I gave it to E5, third baseman. I might just put /E6 as well, because that should have been one of their 2 balls. And that's popped up in the infield. Aiden will have to retreat back to first. There's 2 down here in the end. And that'll bring up Lowly Sneaky Ishan 06P. I've never seen them before, so I have no clue who they are. As they take ball 1 up high, 1-0. So 1-0 here to Lowly. Swing and a miss. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Aiden on first base reached on an error. And now, Yum's 1-1 in the dirt. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So they did give Aiden the hit, even though they did accredit the error. As the count outside. So the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. So you can count it as a single, I guess. Alright, E5 in your scorecard. And now, 3-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball. This will probably end the inning. The second baseman has it, tossed to first in time for the final out. So 1 run, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on. We head to the top of the 3rd, Rojos trail 2-0 to the Denver Whitecaps as starting pitcher YumSukz will lead things off. As YumSukz lines that over the head of... No! A diving save! Bryce makes the catch at the grass. And wow, 1 pitch and 1 away. What a play by Bryce. Well, you can write that as L6 in your scorecard. Matty Ice swings and misses in that one. 0-1. Holy smokes, how about that? The 0-1 pitch is taken for a strike. So now the count quickly, 0-2, looking for the K right here. And now, the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Trouble with the curve, and there's 2 away for Fearless. 2 out in his last at bat. So 2 down. That'll bring up first baseman Fearless. Fearless takes strike 1. It's 0-1. So I might have gotten confused with some of the lineups. They have the same horns as he swings and misses through that one. So the count quickly, 0-2 here on Fearless. As the 0-2 pitch is taken for strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So 1, 2, 3. Go the Whitecaps in the top of the third. We get to the bottom of the third, where Whitecaps still lead 2-0. Official Bill Marley. How can I start my own video game? You would have to code it, I believe. Cryptic, the right fielder leads things off, takes ball 1. Outside, YumSukz looking to work another efficient inning right here. So the count is out, the pitch is outside, so the count goes quickly to 2 balls and no strikes here on the right fielder Cryptic. So 2-0, YumSukz looking to deal another clean inning. The 2-0 pitch on the way is swung through and missed, so the count goes to 2-1. And now, here comes the 2-1 pitch on the way to Cryptic. It's a strike at the outside edge, so the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fearless at first, Maddie at second. And again, the 2-2 pitch. Down low, full count. Just missed at the kneecaps, so the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung right through it, and that is the first out of the inning. So 1 away, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Bryce. Bryce plays for the Philadelphia Surge on mainly had an at-bat on Friday night's game against my Chicago Ravens. He did strike out, though. As he swings and misses through that one, it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swinging on pop-up foul territory. The third baseman will give up, and as it pops foul, so the count quickly 0-2 on Bryce. After that, the lineup will turn over to the first baseman, Dami. Now again, the 0-2 pitch on the way to Bryce. Swing and a miss. Trouble with the curve as he swung right through it. 2 away, and that'll bring up RD3 Maniac in for Dami. He takes that for a strike. It's 0-1. And now here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's outside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 away. Back-to-back Ks here for YumSukz. As the 1-1 pitch on the way, here she comes. Swing and a miss. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zuzel on deck. And now the stretch. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's outside. The count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. Or as Cap would say, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way to RDR is swung and fouled behind in the third base dugout. The catcher, the third baseman, will not get there. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes Bottom of the third inning. And Whitecaps trail by 2. And again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3, go. The Rojos here in the bottom of the third. An immaculate inning from YumSukz. We head to the top of the fourth as Cher will lead things off. So King Cher over 1 tonight. He's in that wonky play. Get you fielding arrangements very soon. First pitch on the way is taken for a strike. Nothing and 1. Oops, I forgot to do this. Now here comes the 1-0 pitch is grounded right to Zuzul at third. The long toss across, it's in time for the first out of the inning. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Canada Historian, who struck out in his first at bat. As he swings and pops that one up foul, it's nothing and 1. So, Calx working at 43 pitches as the 0-1 pitch on the way. It swung through and missed. The count goes to no balls and 2 strikes quickly. Now, the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball into the gap. Right to Bryce. That's short. Makes the catch for the second round of the inning. Calx dealing right here. The first pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Nothing and 1. And now, the 0-1 pitch on the way is swung on and missed again. So now, no balls and 2 strikes here on Vo. But 1 for 1 tonight. Had that ground ball, that line drive that kind of like ricocheted right off the mound. It just swings through and misses for the third strike to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. Another 1-2-3 turned by Calx as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Whitecaps still lead by 2. So up steps the third baseman, Zuzul. 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch on the way. Here she comes. Swing and a miss. A half-hearted swing and a curve in the dirt, but he won around. So it's nothing and 1. Pitches swung on and absolutely destroyed. It is long gone. A leadoff home run here for Zuzul, and he brings this game to within 1. It's 1-2. Whitecaps lead. Well, how about that? That's a way to get things started. A leadoff blast from the bat of Zuzul. It's quickly a 1-run game. That'll bring up the catcher. I Hate Sushi. First was on the way. It swung through and missed. Nothing and 1. As the 0-1 pitch on the way, it's outside, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Sushi. And now, the 1-1 pitch. It's a strike called. Pitcher's paint that got the outside edge. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sushi calls time. And now here comes the 1-2 on the way to Sushi. swinging a line drive into right field, a base hit over the leap of the second baseman Maddie. So 1-out single. Sushi is aboard. So 1 on, 1 in, and no one away. That'll bring up Calx, the starting pitcher for tonight. First pitch on the way is taking a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 sails low, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Calx calls time. Step out the box and just the batting glove. Now here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit into deep left field. The left fielder has a beat. No, it's over his head. It bounces off the wall. Sushi down to third. Calx into second base, a stand-up double, and now runners in scoring position here for Aiden. How about that? So a solo blast from Zuzel, and now Rojo's trying to start a rally right here. Sushi at third, Calx at second. The first pitch on the way to Aiden. It's outside, a good take. 1-0. Corners in as the 1-0 pitch on the way. Check swing, and did he go around? Yes, he did. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Sushi at third, Calx at second. The 1-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball foul down left field line. So the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Aiden. As Aiden calls it time to step out the box, adjust the batting gloves, take a little bit of a breather right now. Rojos have the tying run at third base and the go-ahead run at second. A little bloop could knock in 2 right here. Now, YumSukz goes into the motion as the 1-2 pitch is swung and lined into right field. A base hit. This ties the game. Coming around to score will be Sushi. And now runners parked in the corners with the go-ahead run 90 feet away from home, bringing up User, the left fielder. So some defensive changes will be. We have a lot of defensive changes. Looks like Cheryl will be to catch. Nope, just kidding. It'll be a mound visit at the plate, so User can hear everything they're saying. Oh, how nice of them. And no, it looks like they're going to the bullpen in fact. Where I'm not even sure what's happening right now. So I'll just stop talking and we'll see what happens. So game tied at 2. Runners on the corners with still nobody out for the left fielder User. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like this might be a cow roll. Let's see if nobody does anything. So Wolfer in center field. Yep, they will go to the bullpen. At least Cher taking the mound. McKJ at short now. Behind the plate, there will be nobody, so there'll be a player short. Well, let's see what the chat's saying. It's time for the cow rule. Not sure what's happening. This should very much be the cow rule right here. Well, Cher will take the mound. That ends Yum's night, but runs still for Yum, still on base as that pitch is taken high and outside for ball one. And now the 1-0 on the way to user. It's a strike called. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners parked in prime position. They're on the corners. They're begging for user to drive them home, drive them in right here. All tied at 2. Now the stretch, the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball pulled foul down the right field line. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sharon looks in. The stretch, the 1-2 pitch, up high. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the 2-2 pitch on the way to user, here she comes. Swinging a pop-up. This is shallow left field. Third baseman going out. No one will get there. Here comes Calx rounding third, heading home. He'll score. Aiden will get down to second base on the play. It's the go-ahead RBI single here for user. So RBI bloop single. First pitch on the way, taking a strike, and nothing in the line. Now here comes the 0-1 pitch, swinging a pop-up infield. This should be a can of corn. And no, it will drop. This will be a chaos ball. User is safe. Lowly is safe. Aiden is safe. Everybody is safe. It's a 1-4-3. Everybody's safe. So bases juiced for Cryptic. Oh man, things get turned from bad to worse. First pitch on the way is taken outside for ball 1. So, looked like the Whitecaps were cruising, but now they're in a bit of a pickle. As the 1-0 pitch on the way to Cryptic, here she comes. It's in there for a strike. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Corners are pushing in. And Sheriff steps off the mound to call time. Here comes the 2-1. It's down low. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. And now Cher comes back with the 2-1 pitch on the way to Cryptic. Swing and a line drive foul out of play. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So big spot here for Cryptic. Looking to drive in some insurance runs right here. Cher looks in, gets the sign, the stretch, the 2-2 pitch on the way. It's outside. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases juiced. Nowhere to put Cryptic if he walks. Aiden at third, user at second, Lowly at first, the stretch, the 3-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball foul down the first base line. We'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the bases juiced and a 1-run lead here for the Rojos. They put on 3 on the board. And now looking to add on more. Now the stretch, and here comes again the 3-2 pitch, swing and another fly ball put foul. No, diving catch by Fearless in foul territory. Here comes Aiden coming home. He will score. So a sacrifice fly because there was no catcher. 1 run comes in. It's a 4-2 Rojos lead. So sacrifice fly. That'll bring up the shortstop. Bryce is my daddy. First pitch on the way. It's swung on and belted, but it is fouled down the left field line. Nothing and 1. Here comes the 0-1. It's up high and inside. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's outside. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here on Bryce. So that ends Yum's night. He went 3 innings in 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, striking out 4, tossed to Lowly at first, not in time. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Lowly at first, User at second. Bryce looking to drive in some more insurance right here. Gets the sign, the stretch, the 2-1 pitch. Strike called. Count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not really. And here comes again. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball hit into left field. Left fielder is a beat on it, makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. User and Lowly will hold. So 2-way, and that'll bring up the that'll bring up the first baseman Dom, because he is the playing manager. This will be his last at bat of the game. Looking to drive in some big mighty insurance runs right here. Cher comes with the first pitch on the way, swinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul. Count is quickly 0-1. So no more of Sux's runners are on base anymore. User was officially Cher's first runner. So that closes Yum's score line. Now let's set the 0-1 pitch up high. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 here on the player manager Dami. Grounded 6-3 in his first at bat. That was in the bottom of the first. Now comes set the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's a strike called. Finds that back edge. So the count goes now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zuzel on deck. Led this thing off. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Put him away with the fastball inside, and that'll retire the side. So 4 runs come on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits as we head to the top of the 5th inning. The Rojos now suddenly have a 4-2 lead. So everybody bats around the order for the Rojos. Because now they are playing down at first baseman. Calx works in to work another inning, and we will have a new substitution. It'll be, I can't tell who that is. We'll start you soon. Cryptic moves back to right field. Leading off will be Sponge. Now guys, he takes strike 1. It's 0-1. As Sponge takes that first strike too. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Now Calx comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit into left field. Falling fast. Down a base hit. Up with the ball as a left fielder user. Gets the toss into Aiden at second base. It's a leadoff single for SpongeBob. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Junior Flash, 2008. As he swings and misses through that one, it's 0-1. Now, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a chopper. This can be 2. Sushi takes it. Throws to Aiden at second for 1. The relay to first. It's in time. A 2-4-3 double play and quickly 2 away. That'll bring up TJ 1-2-3. The catcher for tonight as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. So wow, that was a crafty 2-4-3 double play as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Now no balls and 2 strikes here on Mika. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Trouble with the curve, and that'll retire the side. A makeshift 1-2-3 inning thanks to a brilliant 2-4-3 double play. We get to the bottom of the 5th. The Rojos lead 4-2 over the Denver Whitecaps. It'll be the third baseman, Zuzel, leading things off. Zuzel started that rally last inning in the bottom of the 4th with a big leadoff home run. On the way, it's swung and lined into center field over the leaping grasp of Maddie. Down for a base hit, and now gets past the dive of the center fielder. Rolls all the way to the wall. Zuzel heading to second base, where he will come up with a stand-up double. Now makes the turn at second. Hits to third. Here comes Maddie's throw to third. Not in time. A sliding leadoff triple for the third baseman, Zuzel. How about that? Have yourself a night. So leadoff triple. Here comes the catcher Sushi. Takes ball 1 outside. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's inside. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes again the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Put him away with the curve inside, and that'll bring up the assistant manager Calx. 1 for 2 tonight with a double off the wall. Scored thanks to an RBI single from user. First pitch on the way to Calx. Here she comes. It's up high. Ball 1. So Cher starts him off with high heat. It's 1-0. Here on Calx. Calx has not hit a home run this IPU season as the 1-0 pitch on the way. It's in there. A strike called. Count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So now Cher looks in. Gets the sign, the stretch, and the 1-1 pitch on the way. It's outside. Count goes to 2-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. So 2-1 here on Calx. Cher looks in, gets the sign, the stretch, and again the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball into left field. The left fielder Sponge is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Here comes Zuzel tagging at third. Heading home, he will score. A sacrifice fly by Calx gets the job done. So 2-way. That will bring up the second baseman Aiden. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and laced into the gap of left and center field. Down a base hit. It bounces off the wall. Aiden rounding first, heading to second base. Up with the ball is the center fielder Vo. He will not get the turn as Aiden makes the turn at second. He wants 3. The slide in. He is safe. A 2-out triple by Aiden. I just took it off the board, but I can put it right back. Up steps user. That is hit number 1839. It's 5 hits now. So a ringing triple by Aiden. If he had that triple on Thursday, he would have had the cycle. Now the first pitch on the way to user. It's down low, ball 1. 1-0. User had an RBI single and they lost the bat. And again, the 1-0 pitch. Here she comes. Swinging a ground ball right. Oh, out off of the glove of who was a third baseman. User is safe. Aiden comes home. It's an RBI single. Add another one on the board. Well, that looked like there was a hole in third baseman's glove. Let's see. Yep, they give the error, so they do count that as a hit, though. Only after the error. As Lowly, the center fielder, takes that down low for ball 1. E5 in your scorecard. As the 1-0 pitch is outside. The count is 2-0 here with the 2-way. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-0 pitch, swinging a ground ball right to the third baseman. Let's see if he'll botch this one this time. He goes to second for the forced out there, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We head to the top of the 6th inning, where your Rojos lead 6-2 over the Denver Whitecaps. And leading off will be the second baseman, Matty Ice. Matty 0 for 2 tonight. As Matty pops that one up, Zuzel is there. 1 pitch and 1 away. So I believe that run will count as unearned for Cher, as Fearless, the first baseman, takes strike one, 0-1. As Fearless takes strike two. So now it's no balls and 2 strikes as Fearless calls time. Step out the box. Adjust the batting gloves. So my scorecard is a lot wonky as he swings and misses to that one for the second out of the inning. So 2 down. That'll bring up the pitcher. Played shortstop earlier in the game. Cher. So yeah, a lot of black holes in this Denver lineup. They just keep subbing people in and people keep leaving. It's a merry-go-round out there. And Cher grounds that right to Zuzul at third. This should do it. The long toss across in there in time. So a 5-3 putout to make a 1-2-3 inning. Calx works another scoreless. We head to the bottom of the 6th, where the Rojos lead 6-2 over the Denver Whitecaps. So leading off will be, who is it? The right fielder Cryptic was playing first, then moved. No, was playing right, then moved to first, then moved back to right. So fielding arrangements stayed the same for the Denver Whitecaps. First pitch on the way, it's outside, ball 1. So 1-0 to start things off here on Cryptic. Cryptic 0 for 2 tonight, struck out in the 3rd and popped out to first. Did have an RBI though, as the 1-0 pitch, here she comes. It's in there for a strike, so the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. With Bryce on deck. Cher looking to work a quick inning right here. As the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Took a big cut at a curve up high. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cher looking to sit down. The leadoff man right here. The stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a weak 1-hopper right to the shortstop who gloves it. Sets his feet, fires to first. Not in time! Oh! Took a little long on a transfer right there. So an infield base hit for Cryptic. And that'll bring up the shortstop Bryce. So no error. It's an infield single. As Bryce takes ball 1 up high, it's 1-0. Now Cher gets the sign, the set, and the 1-0 pitch on the way to Bryce. Swing and a miss. Trouble with the curve. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. And now the 1-1 pitch on the way to Bryce. Here she comes. Swinging a ground ball foul down the first base line. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Cher looks in, gets the sign, the set, the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's outside. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes with Cryptic at first. Now that 2-2 pitch, swing and a fly ball hit to shallow left center field. It's dropping, it's down, a base hit. Cryptic will stop at second. Station to station, everyone goes. Bryce's first hit of the night. How about that? Now bring up the new first baseman. It's CoolCalmCalx, 77. swings and fouls that one off down the left field line. So it's 0-1 to start things off. As Coolhammer grounds that weakly right to McKay. He'll take it to third for one. The relay across, not in time. And no, they have Bryce down in a pickle. This is going to be a tricky one. And no, the ball gets thrown away. Bryce is safe. Now is making a break home. Here comes the throw, the slide. He is out at home. Holy smokes. What a terrible base running by Bryce. It's a 4-6, 4-6, 5-3 double play. Oh my goodness. As Zuzul lines that one over the head of the shortstop, a base hit. So 2 on with 2 away. That'll bring up I Hate Sushi. Struck out last time. So 2 hits, some base running blunders. As she swings and misses through that one, it's 0-1. And that's outside, so the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Hammer at second, Zuzul at first. Now the stretch, the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball, hit into left field. The left fielder has a beat and goes to the dive for the catch. We get to the 7th inning stretch where the Royals have a 6-2 lead. So it looks like as we head back to the field, that will be Calx's 9th, and it looks like Bryce will be taking the mound for relief. Bryce had some terrible base running in the bottom of the 6th inning, grounded into a 6-5-4, 5-2 double play. So it'll be right fielder Commander Historian leading things off. First pitch on the way, taken high and outside for ball 1. And in fact, they do not go to the mound visit, so fielding changes will stay the same. It looks like Evading Taxes is in at third now as the 1-0 pitch is swung and fouled out of play. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So Evading Taxes in for Zuzul at third. So Evading Taxes now in at third. The 1-1 pitch taken, a strike. So now the count 1-2. I just heard the World Cup game started for the U.S. So I think the guys want to start wrapping things up as the pitch is outside. The count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Put him away with the fastball on the outside edge. 1 away. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Voa. struck out in his last at bat, but hit a single and scored. Strikeout number 8. And 4 strikeouts away from Clam Chowder. That one is fouled. 0-1. So 0-1 here on Vo. Swinging, there's a weak ground ball right to the second baseman. Aiden looks at hammer at first and makes the play. So 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up I Hate Sushi. Or no, SpongeBob. I'm sorry. So here comes the left fielder, SpongeBob. Today was supposed to be a themed day where they all dress up the same, but they didn't, obviously. As Sponge swings through that one, 0-1. They couldn't decide on the theme. One of them was going to get them banned as the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. So now no balls and 2 strikes quickly. Calx looking to work another 1-2-3 right here. Calx gets a sign from Sushi. The stretch. And the 0-2 pitch on the way. It's down low, ball 1. Just missed the kneecaps, but didn't miss by much. About a hair outside the strike zone. Now, again, Calx's 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up. Sushi is there. Looks, waits for it to drop out the night sky, and makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning. Go. The Whitecaps in the top of the 7th, moving to the bottom of the 7th. The Rojos still lead 6-2 over Denver. As it looks like we will get a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be... I have no clue who that is. It'll be T-Max, who was catching, now moves to pitcher to the mound. So that will end Cher's night. He goes 3 innings, giving him 9 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, striking out 2. T-Mac looks like he's using a sidewinder animation, and now comes set. The first pitch on the way to Calx. Here she comes. It's a strike called. 0-1. Calx just statued right there. Thought that was going to be a ball. I have an extremely messy scorecard tonight. Everybody keeps moving everywhere. It is just pandemonium on the paper. Now, T-Max looks in, gets the sign, the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch is inside. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Calx. Now the set, here it comes. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Calx. Swinging a fly ball, pulled foul down the right field line. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here on the assistant manager, Calx. Score update from Seattle. It's Belgium taking on the United States in the round of 16. Belgium with an early 1-0 goal. A 1-0 lead after an early goal from Calantero. The 1-2 pitch is lined into left field. A base hit. So a leadoff single from the pitcher. Calx is in now. He will head to second base. Now makes a turn at second. Looking for a 3 right here. There's no throw because it will be non-existent. Now he's heading home. No, he'll stay at third. A leadoff triple for the assistant manager, Calx. How about that? I thought he was going to stop at first. I thought the first baseman, or sorry, the left fielder cut that off really nicely. I guess not. It got past him and went all the way to the wall. And Let's read you some MLB scores. Well, in Kansas City, it was a royal rainout, 15-1 against the Philadelphia Phillies. In Tampa Bay, as Aiden takes that outside, ball one. Rays are trailing the Yankees 3-1 in the top of the seventh. In Washington, it's 7-6 against the Astros, as the bases are loaded in the bottom of the fifth inning as the 1-0 pitch is taken inside. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Third triple hit by the Rojos tonight. Aiden looking to drive in another run right here. Max gets the sign, the stretch, and the 2-0 pitch, swing and miss. Off speed, got him swinging. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So Scher, who started his night at short, went on the mound, went 3 innings, and now is behind the plate. The 2-1 pitch, it's a strike called. So the count evens out to 2 balls and 2 strikes with the Calx on at third base. Now T-Mac looks in, gets the sign, and from the stretch, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right up the middle, a base hit. Here comes Calx on his way home to score. He will. Aiden heading to second base. It's another double for the hot second baseman right here. His bat has been on fire. RBI double. Here comes the left fielder, use it. As user takes strike 1, it's 0-1. And now from the stretch, here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to user, swung on, popped up behind home plate. Scher off with the mask is there to make the catch. 1 away for the inning. So now Aiden officially a home run short of the cycle. Oh man. This just keeps getting comedical. 2 RBIs on the night for Aiden. How about that? So Max looks in. As the first pitch on the way to the center fielder, Lowly is in there for a strike, and 0-1. So now Max comes back with the 0-1 pitch on the way to Lowly. Check swing, it's inside. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's finish the other scores. In Atlanta, it's the Braves 3 and the Mets 1. And in St. Louis, the Cardinals are tied with the Brewers at love all after as they head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And now Max looks in, the 1-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball, hit into center field. The center fielder, Vom, is right there to make the catch. The shoe tops. Aiden thought about tagging, will head back to second base. So 2-way. That'll bring up the right fielder, Cryptic. Cryptic takes strike 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 1 run in on 2 base hits. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up right and a 1-hopper right to the first baseman, Fearless, who takes it to the bag himself, and that'll return the side. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the top of the 8th inning, where the Rojos lead now 7-2 over the Denver Whitecaps. So it'll be YumSukz leading things off. Calx still on the mound, looking to work the 8th inning. First pitch on the way to Yum missed. Swung on and missed. Nothing and 1. The 0-1 pitch is swung and popped up in the infield. Shortstop Bryce charging. Gloves. Now throws to first. Not in time. It's a leadoff infield single for the starter. So 1 aboard, and that'll bring up wide receiver. As he hits that one right to Hammer at first. The relay to Bryce at second. It's a 6-3 double play. So two base runners erased off. And here comes Junior Flash. A lot of moving around people are doing. I can't keep up. So everybody moving positions as Flash takes that, nothing in 1. As takes that inside. The count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, the 1-1 is swung on and missed. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Flash. Swung on and missed. Got him with the sinker in the dirt. And there's 2 down. Oh, no, and that'll retire the side. So a makeshift 1-2-3 inning thanks to a 3-6-3 double play. We head to the bottom of the 8th as Bryce will lead things off. Make that strikeout number 9 for Calx. As we have some new fielding arrangements, everybody will move around to confuse me. We have a new person on the mound. It'll be wide receiver coming up to the mound. Sponge moves into center. Junior moves into left. Vo4 moves to short. As Yum moves to third. That means out to 1 ball and 1 strike here on Bryce. And that pitch is swung on and missed. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now again, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt ball 2. So the count evens out to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the 2-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball into shallow right field. It drops over the leaping grasp of It's Fearless, the first baseman. Bryson there with the leadoff single to start things off for the Rojos. So 1 aboard, and that'll bring up the first baseman, CoolCalmCalx, grounded into a fielder's choice last time up. It ended up being a 6-5-4-5-2 double play as Hammer swings and misses for strike 1. As he takes that, strike 2. So now the count quickly, 0-2 here on Hammer. Receiver looks in, gets assigned the stretch. The 0-2 pitch, swing and miss. Off-speed pitch, got him swinging late. 1 away here in the inning. That'll bring up the new third baseman, evading bans for taxes. Plays at third, replacing Zuzo on the night. and takes it up high for ball one. So 1-0 here on evading. Bryce at first, looking to score some more runs as Texas swings and misses as the count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's a strike called. Pitcher's paint on the outside edge. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the 1-2 pitch, swing and miss, back foot slider, put him away for the second out of the inning. So 2-way, and that'll bring up Jamal. Pinch hitting for I Hate Sushi. First pitch on the way is taking a strike, 0-1. If you're keeping score with us at home, your scorecard should look pretty messy. Mine does right now. The 0-1 pitch on the way is swung on and lifted into shallow right field. It's dropping. It is down, a base hit on the turn. Bryce will stay at second base. There's a lawn dart by Commander. That'll be an error on Commander. Here comes Bryce. Rounding third, heading home, slide, he is out at home! Holy smokes! So a single by Jamal, a 9-2 put out at home. How about that? Well, another bad base running blunder from Bryce. A 9-2 put out at home. So before that, first on the way, is swung and lifted into deep right field. Cryptic is there to make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 away. We are in the top of the 9th as Bryce looks to get the last 3 outs here in the ballgame. Oh shoot, I was unmuted. Oops. So 2-0 here on the first baseman, Fearless. As he swings and drives that one into center field, it drops in, a base hit. So a 1-out single here for Fearless. Sheriff fouls that one out of play. So now quickly 0-2 here on Sheriff. Down for their final. And now the 0-2 pitch on the way, swinging another foul out of play. So the count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes here with 1 away. As Cher hits that into left field, User runs over, makes the catch, 2 away. Takes strike 1. So now the Whitecaps are down to their final 3 strikes. 2 strikes. Commander made a great putout after lawn spiking the throw as he fouls that one directly behind home plate. Count now down to 0-2. He's down to his final strike. Bryce looks in, gets the sign from Sushi. No, from RD3. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch. It's up high. Ball 1. So he didn't chase. So now Bryce looking to put him away right here. Comes back, gets the sign, the 1-2 pitch, swinging another ground ball, fly ball pulled out of play. The count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Whitecaps clinging on right now. They trail 2-7 in the top of the 9th. Now down to the last strike, the 1-2 pitch, swing and another ball pulled foul down the right field line. Oh boy, that was an absolute bomb, but it was foul. And now, again, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 2. The count goes even. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, with 2 away and 1 run in a game where the Whitecaps trail by 5. Looking to put him away right here. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ball game over. The Rojos continue their 3-game win streak. They improve to 3-1 on the season. How sweet it is! We will be right back with the post-game interview. Right after this. We're actually... Hello. Alright, well, we're back here in the dugout. A 7-2 win over the Denver Whitecaps at home. Who wants to start it off?
Bryce, you want to do an interview?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Bryce, you had a very strong last inning in the 9th. And also you went, let's see, I have it right here. You went 2 for 4, but you did have 2, how would I say this, silly base running blunders. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, that first one, that was just a mistake on me. Second one, I got told to go. Looked like I was safe. I thought I was completely safe. But yet again, shit happens.
Yeah, I have never ever seen Here, I'll read it out to you. It was a 6-5-4-5-2 double play. That was in the bottom of the sixth inning. That's the one you got out at home. And then
Yeah.
the second one was it was a single by Jamal and a 9-2 put out. I mean that was a good throw from Commander. I didn't think he was gonna reach the plate. So
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
yeah, I don't think whoever sent you home thought that was gonna do either. That was a really good throw from them. But other than that,
Calix. Calix.
other than that, that was a really, really great game played by you. You also went one inning, giving up no runs on one hit, no errors, and you did strike out one. I mean, I know you wanted to relieve today in case that happened, and Calx created the situation that allowed you to do that. So, how are you feeling
Yep.
after this win?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I'll turn it over to User. User, you went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs tonight. Obviously, that was better than what you did on Thursday. So, what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I tried some new things. I'm using my mouse without the battery cover. I don't know what happened, but it just feels better. But I'm just glad to get out of the slump. Just change my mindset a little bit, trying out new batting stances, and it's working out so far. So just gonna try and keep it up.
Yeah. Besides that, have you changed anything else in your routine? Like, I don't know, like when you practice or how long you practice or the intervals when you practice?
Yeah, I practice for a lot less now. I used to like BP for 2 hours, but then I started learning like over BPing is obviously a thing. So I only try to practice for like an hour, 30 minutes before a game tops, just so I don't like overthink anything when I'm actually up to bat in a real game. But yeah, that's all really changed in my routines.
Yeah. All right. Well, anybody else want any questions?
Oh shoot,
Okay.
Zay, you want
Zay,
what
you want any
you
questions?
want Zay, you want to get interviewed?
Yo, Waterboy, you want interviewed?
Oh,
You want to get interviewed, Zay?
no, I don't.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, that looks like it'll wrap it. I'll wrap this up from here. A 7-2 victory over the Whitecaps. The Rojos improved to 3-1 in the season, while the Whitecaps fall to 1-3 in the season. The Denver Whitecaps will go home to take on, I forgot who they play, but we will go on the road to face I forgot who we play as well. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Well, from the Rojos ballpark, it is Morgana signing off. We will see you all tomorrow night for Ravens baseball. Good night.